augurs well for the transformation of Parliament. The new building is not enough. I would venture to suggest that the time has come for Parliament to take back the control and the running of Parliament. It should not be placed under the portfolio of PMO. The umbilical cord between Parliament and the Prime Minister's office should be cut. Yang di-Pertua, how can a bird that is born free to fly and an eagle to soar in the sky be able to do so if it is tied with a string? For whatever reasons, the earlier Parliamentary Service Act 1963 that was repealed in 1992.
Yang Muhammad,
Yeah.
I just want to, dengan izin,
Yeah.
will it be a problem for you to talk in Bahasa Malaysia?
Because of the short time that I have and the long time I did not use Bahasa in Sitiawan, which always use Fuchao, I will not be able to express myself adequately. Given time, I will...
Alih-alih Dewan Yang Muhammad, ini saya bagi kebenaran hanya kepada Yang Muhammad untuk bertutur dalam bahasa Inggeris, kerana beliau tidak berkemampuan dalam bahasa Malaysia. Alih-alih Yang Muhammad yang lain, tolong kalau nak pakai beberapa perkataan boleh, bukan ucapan perbahasan. Please continue.
Thank you, Yang di-Pertua. I was saying there was this Parliamentary Service Act 1963 that was repealed in 1992. For whatever reasons, this piece of legislation was... So, having said that, Yang di-Pertua, the transformation not only in the control and management of Parliament, there was also some suggestions by members of this August chamber that the number of senators could perhaps be increased and the tenure of office be extended. This is actually already provided for under Article 45 of the Federal Constitution, and under subparagraph 4, it says very clearly that Parliament may, by law, increase to 3 the number of members to be elected for each state. Originally, the appointed number of senators is only 16. It was then increased to 32, and then 40, and now it has come to 44. Any review in the composition of Senate, I will venture to say that the state must now rise up to exert more members in the Senate so that there can be a better balance in the distribution of powers in the Senate. As for the tenure of security, I agree it should be extended, but my rationale for asking the extension is different. By way of analogy, Yang di-Pertua, if a durian tree is bearing good fruits every year, why do we want to chop it down 3 years or after 6 years? It should be continued to allow to bear fruits. Likewise, in this August chamber of the Senate, we should allow the senators to continue to make input. A good example would be our Yang Amat Berhormat, the Prime Minister. At the age of 93, he has come back to serve the nation.
Tan Sri.
Yeah.
Just satu clarification yang Berhormat sebut tadi artikel 45 berkenaan dengan to increase the number of senators dan your appeal to the states to increase. But to me, kalau kita nak tambah wakil Senate from the states from 2 to 3 seperti yang disebut oleh Yang Berhormat, Parliament must approve it. Kalau kita baca 45 sub 4, Parliament must agree to, not only the states, Parliament must agree. So I hope that Yang Berhormat akan buat cadangan Yang Berhormat also will include a suggestion to Parliament to incorporate from 2 to 3, article 45 sub 4.
fully agree that is especially stated.
Artikel 45/4.
Parliament made by law. So we should assist Parliament to say that the increase should be more number from the states rather than the appointed senators. Having said that, Mr. Chairman, Yang Di-Pertua, the security should be extended. There is no reason why it should be confined to only 6 years at the maximum. A member of this august chamber who is productive, who can give good input to help the country with his expertise, should be allowed to remain to make his contribution, just like the CEP. The Senate should increasingly begin to play this role. I see the Senate as a place of elder statesmen that helps the nation to legislate with wisdom for the well-being of the country. We are not here to play partisan politics. The era is over. The new Malaysia would require a new wineskin, a new paradigm in our thinking. Irrespective of how we have come to this place, we must be brave to discharge our duty without fear and favor for the interests of the nation. And once this mental mindset of the Senate is being transformed, the upper house, hopefully it will also flow down to the lower house and then to the nation as a whole. Malaysia would be a better place for all of us. Talking about parliamentary procedures, Yang Di-Pertua, on the 28th of this month, the second day of the proceedings, there was a little incident between the Law Minister and Senator Hamila. Now, I have no desire to provoke any displeasure from her. There was certain accusation that was made and the minister issued a challenge. And he says, jadi ini merupakan satu tomahan, merupakan satu fitnah dan saya kira yang berhormat berani ulangi tomahan ini di luar Dewan ini, jangan gunakan Dewan ini untuk melindungi beliau. The challenge that was given by the Law Minister is to invite the maker of the accusation to put aside parliamentary immunity. The case of the late Rahman Talib and Sinosagam, which happened some 53 years ago, is a very instructive case for us to learn. Certain allegations was made against Rahman Talib, who was then the Minister of Health, and he challenged D.R. Sinosagam to repeat the allegation outside Parliament so that he can take the necessary action in court. The challenge was duly accepted by D.R. Sinosagam in the Selangor Assembly Hall, and subsequently court suit followed. Rahman Talib lost his case. So, I believe the Law Minister have intention to do the same. Now, it is not a challenge outside to Tumbuk or Menumbuk, as was remarked by the learned senator. So, if a challenge, a maker of the statement is unable to accept the challenge to repeat the accusation outside Parliament, then courtesy would demand that the accusation be withdrawn, ideally with apologies. Now,
Honourable, what would you say if the accusation is in a form of a question?
That is, of course, a very subtle way of doing it, but still we have to be fair to the affected party. if we genuinely believe that, he has done something that is wrong, corrupt practice or misconduct, just like Dia Sinosagam, who moved a motion under Standing Order 18, which is the equivalent of our Order 17, a matter of urgent public interest. Don't disguise it as a question. Assert it, and then